This is a special song which we did with Charlie King. He came to town, and although he has a college degree, he said he found out after so many years that the thing he does best and enjoys best in life is singing songs in bars. This is one which he does about a man named Paul Cooper, who was one of the soldiers who was taken out to in the Nevada area and was subject to some of those A-bomb testings that the Army did.
He was in a test called Big Smokey in 1957, and as a result of that, contracted leukemia.
Right.
And the Army gave him a pension and discharged him. And when I read his story, I wanted to write a song about it because I wanted to tell the story, and that's the easiest way for me to retell a story. And not just because of the value of the story, but because I think we're all in the same boat with Paul Cooper, because as we grind on into this nuclear future of ours, as they expand the nuclear weapons programs, as they start talking about doing waste dumps near your hometown and building nuclear plants near your hometown. I know up in New England we're just surrounded by them. We're really getting the same kind of exposure to radiation that killed Paul Cooper and so many of the atomic veterans and the people in Utah. So when I wrote the song, he was alive. And then while some of us were spending time in the jails up in Seabrook, New Hampshire, after the occupation of the nuclear plant up there, we got a clipping from the New York Times sent us in the mail, said that Paul Cooper had died. Acceptable risks. 20 years back, out at Yucca Flats, our trucks were winding down to the testing site. They had a bomb out there, I still see it clear. It turned night to day, day to endless night. 1,100 soldiers, easy duty, combat pay, trucked down to watch that fireball. I still see it clear as day. But it wasn't what they showed us, it was what they didn't say.
It was, so the troops had been advised, a bad weapon to have against you, a good one to have on your side. It left no radiological hazards for the troops it supported. Its radioactive cloud rose high and drifted harmlessly away, leaving the target area free from contamination and safe to enter.
But it wasn't what they showed us, it was what they didn't say. 'Cause if I knew what I was getting into, nothing could have dragged me down to pay the price I've got to pay today. Oh, they told me it was safe, and they swore that it was true. They said the risks are all acceptable. Acceptable to who? They can't cover up the truth no more. I feel it in my bones. You can fool yourself with numbers, but you pay the price alone. Well, they marched us down, they sat us on the ground, and I think they knew what they never said out loud.
The atomic bomb is not only a strategic, but a tactical tool, which can be effectively and safely used in direct support of ground troops. Therefore, the Desert Rock troops had been told they should regard it with respect and confidence. The confidence a fighting man has in his weapons when he knows they're tough on the target and easy on himself. This they were told, and this they would soon find out through experience. Sure, this was a carefully controlled experiment. No one would get hurt, not back here, 7 miles from the place where the bomb would go off. The men had the word of those who knew through trial and test, computation and calculation.
Our only shelter there was the desert air. With our hands on our faces, our backs to the deadly cloud. Then the world went white. I swear I saw the bones in both my hands. The ground was glowing cherry red, so hot we could not stand. And something deep inside me knew just what the army planned, 'cause a deadly time bomb started ticking. Deep within my bones it's ticking. You hear that sound, you're quick to understand.
All right, Sam, have it shoot. Start moving forward now. All right, sir. This was what the men had been waiting for. They had felt the blast and heat of the explosion and watched the cloud rush upwards into the sky. Now they would see at first hand what the effects of this bomb had been. And so they moved off toward the BCT area, which was about 2 miles from Ground Zero, the point directly under the bomb. What would they find there? They had a healthy curiosity. The area was now harmless. Monitors kept constant check with their radiac instruments and found no hazards in the form of radioactivity. These foxholes and emplacements had been able to take it, and to those who had utilized them properly, they would have meant safety from all the bomb's destructive, killing elements.
They hauled out some brooms and gave us the brush off before we left Position 2 for camp. Decontamination, they called it, in case we had some radioactive particles on us. Well, we'd found out we hadn't. Not enough to bother.
But they told me it was safe, and they swore that it was true. They said the risks are all acceptable. Acceptable to who? They can't cover up the truth no more. I feel it in my bones. You can fool yourself with numbers, but you pay the price alone. 20 years passed, this year's my last, and I still can't quite believe just what they did. 20 years passed slow, and all I got to show is a lousy pension for my widow and my kids. So I thought you'd hear this warning from one who's been hit hard about their testing sites and their power plants with their fences and their guards. 'Cause that time bomb, it's a ticking still, and it's right in your backyard. And if you knew what you was getting into, what it finally all comes down to, maybe you'll believe it when I'm dead. You know, they'll tell you that it's safe. Oh, they'll swear to you it's true. They'll say the risks are all acceptable. 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 They can't cover up the truth when it is burning in your bones. They can fool you with their numbers, but you'll pay the price alone.